realizing like things I was doing to kind of keep myself small.
I love those reminders or those like kind of like kicks in the ass to like push you in those directions.
I'm having this whole like revolution in me.
You feel this shift happen.
We don't have time for our bullshit anymore.
It started with beer pong.
It's time for me to take up space.
You're doing that for people with your music.
A part of me has been really afraid of success.
No dress code, no rules, just BYOU. It's time to tell society that it's a taboo. You can be the youest you here in the Naked Room.
I am super stoked that we have a friend joining us today.
Our
Miss
first
Anna
guest.
Moon. Yes.
We want to bring you the stars and the
Yay.
sky. We're starting with the moon.
Yep, here I am.
Anna and I met because our husbands were on tour, and Anna is an incredibly gifted musician herself. I've been following you on TikTok and I hear all these beautiful earworms coming out of your TikTok account. And I'm like, let's have a conversation about all of this beautiful music you've been producing. But first,
Yay.
in typical fashion for the Naked Room, we must pull a question.
Allow me. Since I have the jar. All right. Anna, I feel like you probably have a pretty good idea of what we do on the show, but just for listeners, and
Yes.
maybe we'll have some new ones that came on to hear you. We like to start with a question, and we like to make them pretty, I don't know, I guess we have like comedic questions sometimes, but mostly they're pretty introspective, or they try to just get you to be, open and honest. We're big on like authenticity and honesty. I kind of want to give you a
Yes.
choice. I want to like pull two and then be like, just let your spidey senses pick one.
I like
Okay.
that.
I'm going to shuffle them. They're not on Post-its because I ran out of Post-its, but tell me which hand.
I'm nervous.
This one?
That one. That one, the first one.
This one? Okay. I like your like instant instinct. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Your question. So how would we like to do this? We'll have Anna answer first, and she's our guest,
Yes.
and then we'll answer as well.
Yes.
So your question that you pulled from our jar is, how do you want to be remembered, and is your daily life reflecting that?
Man, hot down.
That's nice.
That's a good
Boom.
question.
Dive it in.
That's nice.
I'll give you a minute to think while I drink my
boy.
Joie.
Yeah.
We've all got our bevies.
Man, I mean, I think I'm going to go. I have like a first instinct answer that I think I'm going to go with. It's kind of cheesy, but like, I think I really just want to be remembered for like how I leave people feeling. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
which really is like love, I guess. It's very cheesy, but like, I just think that's it, And it's like, those people you're around, and I feel like the older I get, I'm becoming this person. I wasn't always this person. Although this is like really who I am deep down. But, like we change as we grow, and like you deal with your trauma and all that. But so I'm better now. I just keep getting better. But like, those people you meet and you just leave their presence. I feel like you and Curtis are this, Kelly, but like, and you're just like, I feel good. Like I want that to be like, I want people to say that at my funeral, And like, you can't please everybody. It's not about like being a people pleaser, but yeah, I think I just want to be like people be like, wow, like she saw, really, I think it's like seeing the good in people,
I would 100% say that about you at your funeral.
Oh, yay.
Aw.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, because I could say my music or whatever, but I'm like, no, I really think I think like the way I make people feel. Yeah.
And your music, I listened to some today, is definitely doing that, I think.
good.
It
Oh
did
my
it for
God,
me.
good.
I
Yeah.
felt good. So I feel like in an adjacent way, even though you don't want to say your music, it's like your music carries that for sure. And I don't think that it's cheesy. I mean, I know it does. It sounds
Yeah.
like, when we're like love, but
Mhm.
it's like, is it fair to say like it's not cheesy if enough people aren't doing that? Like, it's like I feel like more people need to make that a priority. So it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
maybe it's cheesy, but it's necessary cheese.
Necessary cheese. I mean,
Yeah.
after seeing the Super Bowl show, the
Oh,
Super Bowl
yeah.
concert, it was the Bad
Yeah.
Bunny concert, let's be honest. Did someone
Yeah.
play football? I don't even know. But
The Bad Bunny concert that there was some football at. So we did
Such
some
a football.
sports before and after. The opener for the Bad Bunny concert was the Patriots and the Seahawks.
Yeah. Dude, that
Pretty cool
halftime show was
concept.
so good. It was so good.
It
I
was.
cried. I actually cried in it. I
It was
lost it.
it was exactly what you're talking about, though. Like that was on one of the biggest stages, and the whole message was love and unity and bringing people together, and we need so much more of that. So I think that that's a really important thing, and I love that that's what you said. It is not cheesy.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
cheese. Jamie Lynn, you go. You go with your. I
With
forget
that
what the question was now.
It was. I'll read it again. I know. Good thing I have it right here in front of me. Good that we're in charge. How do you want to be remembered, and is your daily life reflecting that? I think that. I mean, I want to be remembered as somebody who was kind and who gave more than they took. I think like and it kind of resonates, I guess, with what Anna was saying. Like I want people to feel good. Like I want but then I feel bad saying that because I'm like, I don't want people to like miss me a lot. Like I don't want to put that on anyone. Like now she's gone, so now I feel good. But I feel kind of similar where you just like I want people to feel like a national park that I went through, that I like left better than I found it. And I guess there's so many ways to like branch off of that. And then, I guess the second part of the question, like, do I feel like I'm living my life like that now? I think so. Definitely more now than ever before, I would say. And it's funny because I think that on paper, I do less like service for people, quote unquote, than I used to, like in my 20s and my 30s when I was like nannying and, like always just like around and helping. But I think that stepping away from so much of that and putting more into myself has allowed me to show up for people in a way that hopefully makes them feel more like peaceful and grounded when I'm around, and I'm not like as frazzled, like I have 1,000 things to do and like I have, I'm juggling 6 jobs, and now I'm just kind of trying to like create, like I want people to feel calm and safe.
Yeah. I feel like we could go into
Protected.
the church ladies, like
The church ladies.
it's like from SNL. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
we're so calming, and but yeah, you do to validate you. You do make people feel calm. You even make Anna just met you right now, and she has talked about how how you make her feel calm.
She's falling asleep. She's like, I'm so calm.
So calm. I am zen out. You and Angela, you do have a very calming presence.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
man.
And like, I think too, like what you were saying about, like, cause I resonate with like doing all the, like, I used to have like 5 serving jobs and like, doing all these things. And I think like when you get to a place where you have like peace in yourself, cause you're taking care of yourself, then you can offer so much more,
Yeah. And with not as much like it packs more of a punch with less, less work, I guess is like how I want to say it. But yeah, I feel like when you're younger, you feel like in order to give back and show up, you have to literally be showing up and like doing all of these things and, just like putting it all, leaving it all out there on the line. And then you're left with this like shell of yourself, or at least that's how I felt for so long, I think. And then, and then you're just not really, you're not actually giving as much. You're not leaving people with that feeling of like, oh, that, it felt so nice to be around them. And I think too, as we get older, you're just like more sensitive, or I know I am more sensitive to like when people are feeling that way. You're around somebody who's like got a lot going on and they're really frazzled and you're like, whoa, hold on. Whoa, I can feel
Yeah.
that.
Well, I think also as we've gotten older, like I feel very fortunate to have a lot of different friends in my life.
Mhm.
But I think the connection that I feel to each individual person has gotten deeper and feels more like pivotal in my life. Like
Yeah.
I have more to give to fewer people, even though it's like every relationship has a specific purpose at this point. And I think
Mhm.
that kind of allows you to fill up your cup a little bit more too, when you're not just like spreading yourself thin across so many different like acquaintance relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelly? How do you want to be remembered? And is your daily life reflecting that?
Gosh, I feel like I'm on the same wavelength as you all, where the legacy is not about like what I did in my life or like what my job was or anything like that. It's about how I left people, like how people felt when I left. And I do want to exist in kindness, and I do want to be a catalyst for positive change and promoting women using their voices. And so, I mean, I guess that's one thing. It's like, that's not a job necessarily or like a vocation, but that's the passion that I feel.
Your calling.
So I want people to feel the passion just like sliding off my skin, just putting it out there in the
I
world.
like that visual.
As we talk about the year of the fire horse too, coming around, we're shedding our skin in preparation for the momentum that's building up. I know that I've been talking, like we've all been talking about it collectively, the year of the fire horse, but
yeah, it's like next week, right? It's like the official.
the 17th.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot more to do to prepare, like go through my closet and do some other shedding. But Anna, I know you're really big into spirituality. You're really big into symbolism and connection to a higher spirit, the universe. And I want to know what some of the things you're doing as far as like preparing for the year of the fire horse. Because I get so pumped when you and I talk about the year of the fire horse, because I'm like, she knows what she's talking about. She's getting like downloads, because I can tell that that's happening. And I'm like, what are you seeing? What are you like envisioning for next year?
Oh man. Yeah, okay, to me, well, I have so many thoughts on this. Like, first, I feel like I've been very surprised at how much like final shedding has been happening. I don't know if you all feel this way, but like the last like 2 months, like, January, February, I'm like, holy shit, I thought I had shedded it all. But it's like, there's still like so much. And for me, like, thank you for everything you said, but also like, I just kind of like intuit it all. So like, I'm just like, even like preparing, I'm not really necessarily doing a lot to prepare. I'm kind of just like present and like in it, you know what I mean? And then that kind of like informs, I guess, like my preparation. But yeah, I feel like I've just been going through so much extra shedding that I didn't think I needed, but it's so necessary. And then just trying to like move through it all with a lot of grace, like letting things go. And I mean, like, I'm being kind of ambiguous right now, but like specifically, it's been like a lot of like relationship changes. Like, I've actually lost a lot of friends, but it's kind of like, I also am like, well, I don't really think you lose people. I think people just come in and out, and it's okay, and that's part of life. And yeah, like just losing parts of, like, a big thing that's come up for me is like realizing like things I was doing to kind of keep myself small. But it's like really obvious now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to knock that off, because like I feel like with the fire horse and even with my music, like I'm releasing a record this year, and I'm like, it's go time, you know, and like it's time for me to take up space. Like that's something I've always struggled with, is like really taking up space. And I could go on and on. It has a lot to do with like my trauma and everything, my childhood. But like, I'm like, it's time to take up the space. And so to me, that's like a lot of like what the fire horse is representing. And it also just feels like it's my excuses that I had for years just aren't working anymore. Like, do you guys know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that doesn't
Yes.
work.
Yes.
So it's kind of just like we don't have time for our bullshit anymore. That's what I
Yeah.
would
I
like.
like that.
Yes.
Go. And I'm into it. Like I'm really pumped.
It's nice to
Man.
have like, not that it's I guess excuse is fine, but I feel like when things, you know, like the Lunar New Year or just like New Year or a birthday or whatever, I love those reminders or those like kind of like kicks in the ass to like push you in those directions, because I feel like we get those, you know, I don't know, like throughout the year and throughout your life. Like I feel like for me, I'll have those moments too where I'm like, I don't know that I'm really like living my full self, or like, you know, like I feel like there's just something more to, and it's easy to kind of like tuck it away, but then things like the new year, the Lunar New Year, bring it to the like to a head where you're like, okay, like this is like the universe is literally pushing me to make some changes. So I guess like no time like the
Mhm.
present.
Yeah, it's like a reckoning or something.
Mhm.
Like you have to face it down at that point. Yeah. Anna, what you're saying
Yep.
about staying small, I did like a raise the roof reaction to that, because I was like, I feel that so much. Yes, preach. I've always felt like that too. Like I am
Mhm.
tall, so there's that component, and I've noticed that I will literally shrink myself in certain circumstances. Like I'll be wearing heels or something and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna hunch over because I don't want anyone else to feel uncomfortable because I'm standing taller than them. And
Mhm.
I think about in Ted Lasso when what's her face was like, I make myself big before I go into
Yeah,
the
she does
boardroom
her-
with all the men. I make myself big.
Mhm.
I do that
Mhm.
in front of the mirror sometimes, and it's crazy how much that like snaps me out of this feeling of needing to make myself small, because you feel this shift happen, this power happening within your body, and you're like, I
Mhm.
gotta lean into this.
Yeah, and I think it's a time for women too, and like femmes, I guess. You know what I mean? Like we need the divine
It's
feminine.
about damn time we've had a
Need it.
time.
Girl,
Yeah.
yes.
Is it
Matriarchy.
really? It's our time now.
And that's what I just love what y'all are doing too. Like this podcast is so great and it's needed. And
Thank you.
yeah, I'm a big fan. Thank you for having me today.
Of
This is-
course.
You're just such a light, and I know that we just met each other back in November or December. I don't know. It's one of those where you feel like
Yeah.
we met in another lifetime. Like there's a connection
yeah.
there that feels like, yeah, cool. I've
Mhm.
met you. We already know each other. And
Yeah,
so,
there you are.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe we were siblings or something.
Yeah. We definitely know each other.
You
Yeah.
mentioned that you feel now more than ever like your excuses aren't working, like they're not, you know, like they're not cutting it anymore. I'm curious, just like for myself too, I wonder, because I'm sure we can all relate, like what are some of the excuses that you give yourself to like continue to make yourself small when you know that you should be big?
Oh yeah. Like mine are, I mean, I can give you some specific examples that I'm thinking of right now. They're like so dumb and it's crazy. Like now that I'm seeing them in real, like it's almost like passenger consciousness where they come up and I'm like, no, you know, and like in the past, I think I never noticed them. It was like subconscious, but like really crazy stuff. Like even with my record, I'm gonna like spend some money to promote it and stuff. And like, when I had this call with this marketing guy that I'm going to work with, like that voice kind of came in, like the excuse voice that was like, you can't do this. And like all these reasons. And it's like, no, I actually can. Like this is an investment in myself, you know, like it's just like all these fears around spending money and like that's just like kind of like a silly example, but it's stuff like that that's coming up like all the time with me, or like yeah, just like really dumb things, but it's like this voice that's like so automated in my brain that just comes in. And I think I just always listened to it in the past. It's crazy. Like it's really
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
imposter syndrome or something. Feels
Yeah.
more normal than I think a lot of people. I feel like that
Yeah.
term has been more in the like zeitgeist lately, but I think about making music or art or really just like, I don't know, being a woman in the world, like, and like how many times you tell yourself like, oh, well, that's for other people. Like that's what it sounds like when you say that, like,
Yes.
oh, like, you know, like why would I like me spend money on, you know, to promote myself? But I think the thing that has been working for me, or, you know, I'm trying to get to work for me lately, is like thinking like, well, shit, if other people would have thought that I saw and inspired me, you know, like your music, Anna Moon, that will be promoted, like maybe the thing that inspires, you know, another young girl who is feeling imposter syndrome, or like, you know, she shouldn't be sharing her art or whatever. And so I try to do that. It's like,
Yeah.
we have to be like the big sister for ourselves, and then
Yes.
in order
Yeah.
to be it for everyone else.
Yeah. I think also too, like something that I've been really realizing is like how, because I am a believer that like if you don't have something, like there's usually like some reason that you're probably blocking it. Like if it's something you really want and that's aligned with you. And I'm realizing I'm like, oh, like I think a part of me has been really afraid of success because it is being big and it's being seen, and like especially like what I'm pursuing, it's like I literally want people to see me and my music and my art, and it's just crazy. Like I'm having this whole like revolution in me like the last like 3 months where I'm just like, I have been subconsciously pushing this away, I think, you know? And the more I'm kind of looking at it and like getting deeper and deeper, like things are coming to me. And even like my TikTok, like I feel like women on there are really starting to see me. And I'm just like, dude, our subconscious runs the show. It really does. Like,
Mhm.
you
Yep.
know, it's crazy. So that's like another way I sabotage. And but yeah, I'm just like my bullshit. I'm sick of the bullshit. I just gotta go. I gotta ride that horse.
I've been seeing those comments
Fire
on
horse.
TikTok. Yes, that fire horse. Just don't get burned. Don't get burned on the back
Yeah.
of the fire horse.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing those TikToks, like TikTok comments on your posts, and you're
Yeah.
resonating with so many people. And imagine if you hadn't put your music out, they wouldn't be getting that gift. That's something that's really like shifting something for them, and it is making their day better, or it's helping them get through grieving, or I don't know, a stressful moment, or a positive moment. You're doing that for people with your music.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I also feel, yeah, like music is so interesting because it is such a, like, kind of like a channeled thing, like, especially songwriting. Like, it's just like, where does it come from? And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm writing a song. And so it is like beyond me, like, you know, so I'm like, I have this gift and it's the thing I love to do more than anything else. And I'm just like, I'm done getting in the way of it. You know what I mean? And then we'll just see. Then it's like I'm just to this point where I'm like, I want to put all my eggs in. Like that's even why I'm gonna like spend money to promote the record. I'm like, I just want to go chips all in, you know? And let's YOLO. Let's fucking see. Because the world is like fucking burning anyway. And like money is
Seriously, like
yeah. So I'm just like, let's fucking go.
it's so true. It is. It's like if there was ever a time to like just do the thing you've always wanted to do, I think I'm mobbing right now. I think it's like, oh my God, it's time. It's so true.
Jamie Lynn and I have been talking about YOLOing a lot. Just send the message, send the thing, post the thing, whatever. Who cares? Just put it out there, because everyone forgets about it in 5 seconds anyway.
Also, it's like the thing that I feel like most people are afraid of is like the judgment or the rejection, I guess. And it's like all the stuff that's going on right now in the world and the news. Like if we honestly feel like we're going to be judged for art or our music or whatever it is on like in comparison to what other people are doing and kind of not being that judged for, like that's definitely like not a good excuse anymore.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
And most of the people that are doing the judging, they're usually not living like the life they want to live anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
it's a lot of projection. So
Yeah. We've talked about that a little bit with like when we were touching on like public speaking and how, you know, like Kelly was saying that like you know, she used to have nerves like public speaking, and it is like it's like when you see somebody bomb, you know, with public speaking, and I guess it can also be like compared to, you know, releasing a record or like putting out your art or whatever it is, and you feel like it's not being received. It's usually not because of what is being exposed. It's usually because of the person, you know, projecting like, oh my gosh, what if I was doing that? Like, how would I feel? And like the nerves that like, it's like it builds this like vicious cycle of, you know, of like nervousness. Cause, you know, like you see somebody, when we were talking about public speaking, like you see somebody like, you know, get nervous or trip over their words. They're not being judged as much as like, at least I feel like it's more like empathy where you're just like, oh no, like, oh, you know, like I feel bad for them. Like, and I wouldn't want to feel that way. And like, I think that, yeah, we just have to keep putting stuff out there and just like, I don't know, being a fire horse.
yes.
Embodying the fire horse.
Embodying the fire horse.
I want to hear, I know that you just went and you've been working on an album. I'm like, how much do you want to say? I don't even know. Are you open about all the things?
Yeah, I just got back from New York City. My producer, I have two producers. One of them is my husband. And then my other producer lives in New York now. And so they kind of did like the record's 12 songs and they kind of split it. And so, yeah, Andy and I were just out in New York finishing it. And yeah, I feel like this record is like something, I've been doing this a long time, and I feel like it's something I've been trying to make like my whole life, which might sound dramatic, but it's just, yeah, I feel like it's like the thing I came here to do in a lot of ways. And I'm just so pumped about it. I fucking love it. Like, it's something I would listen to. And like, I've loved everything I've made, but this is just different. It just like stands out to me. It's like lyrically, it's a lot about like my family, my childhood, like God, religion, spirituality, like all the deep stuff. So, and yeah, and I'm really excited. I'm to the point where I'm like, I kind of don't care if anyone likes it because I love it so much, you know, which I think is a good place to be.
That's a really good place to be.
That's good. Lots of surrender in there.
A thought, it was earlier today, like as I was listening, my brain went all over the place and I was listening to some of your stuff and I was like, oh, I have a good question I want to ask that I feel like would be like titillating. I don't know. But if you, so with your new music, if you had, if there were like a handful, it doesn't have to be like all of them, but like, let's say like 3, if 3 of the songs were a medicine that you were like bottling up, what would they be prescribed for?
Wow. That's a good one.
Oh boy, that's a really good question. Very titillating.
Believe it or not, I think that might be like the 3rd time I've used that word on this podcast. I don't know why. It's like it lives rent free in my head, and it's what comes to the surface. And I always like I choke over it a little bit. I'm like,
yeah, because you said tit.
Elating.
Oh my god. Wait, so 3 different medicines.
Yeah, or like maybe you would say that, like, you know, I don't know, like what the theme. Maybe you're like all of it could be prescribed for this one thing. Like maybe there's a bigger theme, but I just
good
because to me, like music is such medicine, and it's like, you know, whatever ails anyone, like it could be like anything, and I feel like music's always such a good prescription, and I just wonder, like, yeah, like what would you prescribe it for?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that question. Oh man. Okay. I'm trying to decide how specific to get. Well, one of the medicines would definitely be okay. I feel like this record, it's for people who like if you feel like you're somebody who you're like kind of like a late bloomer, or like I've been through fucking hell and back and I'm still standing. That's kind of specific, but like because everyone's gone through something, but like specifically with like your trauma that you went through like has kept you from a lot of fucking shit. I feel like I have several songs on that record that are just medicine for that.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Like
Yeah.
a PTSD medicine.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely like you were raised religious and now you're just spiritual. That's another good medicine. Or like maybe
I
you're
already know friends I can prescribe those songs to. Like,
yes.
I can't wait to send them out.
Or like another side of that would be if like you're just newly spiritual, because I think that's happening to a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
I've certainly noticed that. Like I think a lot of people are waking up right now.
Yes.
And spiritual can mean anything, like just like something in you is you're like, wait, there's more going on. Like my record's a prescription to that. And then thirdly, I would say maybe just like hold on, let me think for a second because I want to have a good answer. Okay, my third would be like you just want to feel good in like the times we're in, and like you just need a fucking break because there's
like a happy drug,
weird,
like a little party drug.
yeah, and kind of just like cathartic. Like it's a really good like road trip record. So just like screaming to the desert,
Yes.
I
That would
love
be my
that.
third. Yeah, that's a great question.
Like the female what's the scream, the primal scream, something like that, where we all just like scream into the desert together. Yes. I can't wait. I can't wait
love
to
a
hear
good
all
road
of it.
trip record. I know. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
When
I
does
need
it come
to.
out?
It's right now I don't have an exact date, but we're looking at like early fall. So like
Okay.
September, October, but I am going to start releasing singles as early as April. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And
So you don't have
we're
to wait
gonna
too
we'll
long.
put all your socials and stuff in the show notes so
Yes,
you
I would
can
love that.
so you lovely people out there can check out Anna's music and follow her on
Yay.
Spotify and all the places.
All those
Yes.
things.
Yes, follow along. I'm here.
Do we want to get like slightly witchy, maybe?
Always.
Yes.
Like we're
Yeah.
already slightly. Do we want to go deeper? Do we need
Yeah.
witchy?
Do you want to get more witchy?
Do you want to risk being burned at the stake? Let's do it.
Do we want to risk it?
I feel like I was burned at the stake, honestly. Like I'm pretty sure I was there.
That was one of my questions. I think I put it in the jar. Maybe I didn't write it down, but now that you've brought it up, it was going to be if you were or are a witch in a past life, what would you have been burned at the stake for? Like what would have been the thing that was like that made it very obvious?
Oh, let's answer it.
Yeah, go for it.
My goodness.
I don't even know because, like, I feel like they just burned. That whole thing was just like you were just like
Yeah.
a woman,
It's true. Yeah,
They
they're
were like,
"You're
burn ya.
female."
What would it's more like what powers would I like to have that I would
Yeah,
have
I
been burned
guess
at
like
the stake
what would
for?
be your thing? Your like witch superpower, like your niche as a witch or something. Like, I feel like it'd be like somebody would be really good at potions and somebody would be really good at like what would be the thing that you
I want to have 11's powers in
Ooh.
Stranger Things, like to be able to
Okay.
move stuff. Like it would be so
Yeah.
great. I'd be like, maybe I could move all the cars out of the way so I could get through traffic really fast. Like that would be very beneficial. I don't know that they would burn me at
Yeah.
the stake for that, but I would love to be able to do that. Have that power.
That'd be good. That's a good one.
Yeah. she just also seems so strong, and I love that. Like, I just want to feel strong all the time. I think that's one of
Superhuman strength.
my biggest things too. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not super spiritual, but it's
Great.
it'd be cool. It'd be cool to be able to do it.
Yeah. I feel like I would just like know everything and like kind of like maybe read
Oh.
minds. I kind of feel like I can do that in this life actually a little bit. But like not always, but with certain people I do feel like I'm like I know exactly what you're thinking. But like yeah, like I would just like know everything and then they'd be like burner, you know?
Yeah. They'd be like, that's not cool. We don't like that. Burner.
That's the whole conversation. She knows everything. Burner.
Burner. That's it. That's all we need to know.
What about you, Jamie Lynn? I feel like you'd have some kind of something.
I feel
There's like humor in it, maybe.
I don't know. Similar to, well, yeah, now that I'm thinking of how I'm going to explain it, it is kind of humorous. But similar to Anna, I feel like maybe not my whole life, but like at least in my adulthood, like early adulthood, because it started with beer pong. I felt like I can look at things and like if I really concentrate on it, I can like, and maybe it's a physics thing because I'm into that too. But like I remember when it really came upon me. I was playing beer pong a lot, and I would be across the table from like an opponent, and I would like just really concentrate on not allowing them to get like I feel like I could send mind signals. I don't know. I'd be like, that's not like I'd be like that is gonna go in this cup. Like I would like feel like I could send things with my mind, and
That's crazy.
freakishly, I feel like I was never wrong. And that's how it got to a point where I was like, am I really doing this? Like, there's no way that it would just like not, like sometimes happen and sometimes not. It's like anytime I actually put my mind to it and I really focused and was like, this is where that's going to go. I need that to do that. And I wish I could say I'd use that for better things than beer pong. But now I'm thinking of it, I'm like, have I applied that in any other case? Like, maybe like, and I wish, yeah, like maybe it's something I should dive more into. But so far, I think it's only been with like physical stuff. Like I wish I could be like, oh, I can think really hard about the lottery numbers and like those will come to me. But so far, it's been like if I feel like if I think about a physical thing and look at it and decide that it should be in a certain spot or like, yeah, I don't know. There's some sort of like physical energetic thing that I feel like I must have a like deeper connection to.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they'd burn me at the stake because I'd beat all their asses in beer pong.
To round it back out. Oh my God.
Burner. Burner.
Okay, Anna, you've talked about your skills that you've been developing with being able to connect with people in another realm.
Mm-hmm.
You've said you've been tapping into it and trusting yourself a lot more recently. And if maybe you have like one example that's been just, you're like, I can't deny this. I know that this is completely real.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so what I'll say is I have seen, I've always, since I was a really small girl, like some of my earliest memories were like seeing spirits in my room, which like sounds really scary. And it actually was at the time because I didn't understand it. And I was raised religious. So I always thought it was like demons or something, you know? And then it was kind of like, because of religion and a little bit like family members too. I don't think they meant to, but like kind of just being like, no, that's not real. You know what I mean? Like discounting it and stuff. I kind of just like suppressed it. And then I've always just been like very intuitive and very like psychic, but didn't really understand it fully. And then in the pandemic, I learned Reiki, which is like a Japanese form of energy work. And that really just like opened me up. And ever since then, just all these like spiritual gifts have just been like flooding into my system. And yeah, like you said, they've just gotten like more and more. And I don't push them down anymore. So now they're just here. And yeah, with the mediumship or like the being able to channel like like people's friends of mine or like random people, sometimes loved ones from the other side, like that's a more recent thing. That's been like, although I wonder if I've been doing it longer, you know what I mean, and not realized it, but that's been like within the last year. And that like, dude, that's like crazy. Like sometimes it just happens to me, like a spirit will try to talk to me when I'm like at a bar or like in a social setting. And so it's gotten really crazy where I'm at this place now where I'm kind of learning how to like manage it, I would say. And this all probably sounds, it might sound really crazy, but like,
No.
yeah,
Not
the
at all.
times where I've been like, oh, this is undeniable, a lot of them have been like, I'll give you one story. Like, I was asleep and I was woken up by, because okay, sometimes I'll see visions in my mind. Sometimes I'll hear things. This time it was like a full like outline of a person like by my bed, and I could see his face. And anyways, my friend's father had just passed like maybe like a few months before. And I woke up the next day and I like remembered it. It kind of felt like a dream, but I like knew it was real, you know? And I told my husband about it. And he ended up, because I actually didn't know this girl very well, the girl that at the time I didn't know her that well. And so he told her husband about this, and he like described the face I saw. And it was like, I'd never seen her dad before. And it was like 100%, like all the features, like exactly what her dad looked like. Isn't that crazy?
That's
Oh
And
my
he
God.
didn't say much to me actually. Like, but that's the whole thing. I think what I'm learning is that spirits, when they have something they want to say, because I'm open, when I start connecting to people close to them, they'll sometimes just contact me. It's very
Mm.
weird. It's very weird. I'm still learning about it. But yeah, at this point, I'm just like, it's real, because it's like, that's one story of probably like 20 different times this has happened to me. And then
so cool.
another one of my friends, her dad, she's one of my best friends, and her dad passed during the pandemic, and I actually like did energy work on him while he was passing, kind of like a death doula. It was like such an honor
Mm.
that I was able to do it. And he visits me a lot, and he tells me all sorts of things. And so that one's like really special, because I feel like I really get to like help her a lot in like the grief. Not that it's not even about me though, you know what I mean? But it's like, for some reason I have this channel.
Has
Yeah.
has it kind of helped you? I don't know if you were fearful of death or like concerned about what happens next or anything like that, but Jamie Lynn and I have talked about this lots of times, about how her dad came to her in a dream. My grandmother came to me in a hypnosis, and it's a lot less scary to think about what is on the other side now that we've received these messages. Did it have that effect on you if you were kind of feeling uncertain before? Like, has it changed for you?
Oh
at all?
yeah. Yeah, no, it's totally helped with all that. I feel like, and you know what's funny is like, now that you asked me that question, I actually feel like this gift started really developing once I stopped being really afraid of death. Because I think for a while I was really afraid of it. And Andy and I, like, I don't know if I've ever told you this, Kelly, but Andy and I kind of had like a near death experience once. Like our car like flew off the road,
What?
and I woke up, I was asleep, and I woke up, and like Andy just looked down for a second, and the car, it just happened like this, and the car like flew off the road, and we were actually about to go on a bridge that was like a 200-foot drop. We were like near Santa Barbara, and I woke up and I just see the cliff, and it like everything slowed down, and I looked at Andy, and I think I remember saying it's okay, because I could see in his face like he was trying to say like I'm sorry, you know? And then like I turned, and I just thought that was it. Like my whole life flashed, and like our car randomly hit this guardrail, and it was like hanging off. Like the paramedics, when they got there, were like, they wouldn't let me go get my jacket because like the car was like about to fall. Like it was
Teetering.
crazy. And we just had
Wild.
scratches, but it's like, and I remember too, like the paramedics or the firefighters, somebody was like, I don't remember this thing being here, the thing that like caught our car. Like it was
What?
very, it
That's
was
wild.
very wild. Yeah. And actually, like, this was years ago. And at the time, like, I was thinking about giving up on music. And I remember when that happened, I was like, I can't give up. Like, it's really crazy. But that kind of led me to stop being so afraid of death, I think. And then, like, yeah, just like the more I've healed and the more spiritual I've become, I'm not afraid of it anymore. And then, so yeah, and like, to answer your question, that was a really long-winded way of answering it. But like, yeah, I think it definitely helps. And I think it also gives me like a deeper, and nobody knows, right? Like none of us know what's on the other side, including myself.
Yeah.
But it is interesting how everyone who has the near-death experience, or anybody who does, like you guys said, like had a dream, or it is a similar message that everyone receives. And it's so different. Like the things we worry about here, it's just none of it matters. Like none of it matters. I would say
Yeah.
like 99% of what we care about here, like, does not matter. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
I did a couple of, I'm like, should I talk about this on here? I don't know. It's not technically legal.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna. I love hallucinogens in general, just because they open a new gateway and they're really healing, and they can like heal so many things, and that's why they're illegal, because the pharmaceutical companies cannot make any more money off of people if they get a one-time remedy. So I've been hitting this DMT pen, and and I was meaning to tell you this, Anna, but now you're here, so I can tell you. One of the downloads that I got was exactly what you just said. I felt like I was levitating. It only lasts for like 8 minutes, right? It's not a long trip, but that was one of the messages that I got, is like, all of these things that you're worried about, like in my waking life and without drugs, I know this stuff, but to feel it coming from something outside of me, from some universal voice, was so, it flipped a switch for me completely. This was like in the last week or so, but
Yeah.
but it's, yeah. And Jamie Lynn, it's like, we're both riveted over here by your stories. I can tell we're like, what? Oh my God. But
Well, I have so many questions, because I'm like, I always want, I definitely don't think it's weird, or you know, it's definitely wild, but I don't think it's weird. I definitely believe, you know, in like the more we open ourselves up to that, like everything, I love science, and so I feel like that helps me be very like connected to so much of that, because it's like duh, there's going to be like these, you know, like this, like these channels and these energies, and like everything's fluid and alive. But I wanted to ask you, in that note of like kind of discovering your, did you call it like mediumship? Is that like the word for it? I like that. Like,
Yeah.
but
too.
like discovering that if there's like, if you feel like in these handful of experiences, if there's been a common theme of what these spirits want to say or want to relay.
Yeah. Yeah, there is, which is funny because, like, I think early on when I was still kind of in the phase of like doubting it or like questioning myself, I was like, why are they all similar messages? Like, am I making this up? But now that I trust it so much, like, yeah, it is. It's always a little different, but yeah, the message is really similar. It's like a lot of times it's just how much they love the person, how proud they are of them. It's like weirdly making me emotional right now. But yeah, just like so much love. Like, and kind of just what we're talking about, like, don't worry about it. Like, I think a big thing is like, do not be afraid. Like, there's so little to actually be afraid of, because like, and this even speaks to what's going on just in the world right now. It's like there's love and then there's fear. And it's like if we're tuning into that love frequency, like it just overrides it all, you know? And that's like
Yes.
a simplistic way to put it, but I really think that's the truth. And yeah, that's like that's a lot of the messages I hear. And like, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Sometimes it's specific, like that will happen. For my friend Heidi, I think, because I know her so well, like I'll get really specific things for her. But yeah, a lot of it's just like, you're doing great, you know? Like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, validation, like reassurance, comfort. That's cool. And it also it feels like they're channels, like I know not in the way we were talking about like channeling things, but like you were saying, Anna, where it's like, yeah, there's love and there's fear. And it's like we all tend to fear is so much more unknown. And I think humans are so you're drawn to something that you are curious about. And so because we all have most of us, I won't say all, but like most of us have experienced love and like know what that is and it feels like. So we don't like turn, we're like, we know what that is. Like, that's, like if you're thinking about it like a TV show or something, it's like we're tuning into this fear because we're like so curious about like what is happening and we don't know what that is. And then, and there is so much, there's weight in that if we're all tuning into that and we're focused on that. And that's the thing that we're, putting our energy into. So it's like if we could only all just like switch the channel over to the love channel and just kind of like keep those frequencies going, it feels like it could make a big difference.
Yeah,
Said a true Libra.
Yeah.
And we all
I was
Libras.
going to ask what your zodiac is. You're both Libras?
Sun sign, yeah. Yeah.
Cute. I'm a Cancer, but I'm a Libra rising, so good.
I always
company.
forget what my like I've looked it up twice or more, maybe more times than that, but I always forget what my my rising and all of that is. But I think I'm pretty.
We got to get
true
you an
Libra.
astrological reading done.
Yeah.
So those are so cool. I love those. I love the direction that this this was like such a fun flowy river of a conversation. So good.
I loved this. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for being our first guest.
If you're listening, share it with someone. Then we have more people.
Yeah, exactly. Share it. Like, subscribe, share.
Yes.
Give us a 5-star review everywhere.
The Naked Room podcast is brought to you by hot coffee, cold showers, grit and determination, the power of being a woman.
We'd like to thank ourselves. This is a self-run operation. We have done all of this on our own, other than with the help of our hot sound guy, my husband, Curtis Keeper, who curated all of our equipment and got us up and running.